green flags, red flags and banners of every other colour flying on the streets of Dublin. This rally's been organised by Ireland's Congress of Trade Unions, but it's attracted support from a range of left-wing groups, students and many ordinary voters. 50,000 people in all marched through the centre of the Irish capital to the iconic GPO building where the Irish Republic was first declared. The faces of some of the martyrs of the country's independence movement looked on, the symbolism clear. Opponents say the Irish government is sacrificing the country's economic independence to dig itself out of a financial crisis. The rally's the first major demonstration since Ireland opened negotiations with the European Union and the International Monetary Fund last week. An €85 billion loan's likely to be needed to save the country from bankruptcy. The Irish media is reporting the interest could be as high as 6.7%, and the working man is likely to foot most of the bill. The unions want Ireland's leaders to hit the rich and the banks rather than ordinary taxpayers. But Prime Minister Brian Cowen, cruelly caricatured by some of the demonstrators, says everyone needs to tighten their belts to tackle Ireland's staggering budget deficit and keep the country's economy afloat.
The bottom line is this. They decided to pick on Greece because they thought it would be the easiest country to take down, force into bailout, and make them do what the bankers wanted them to do. And part of that was Papandreou, who runs the country, the president, and he's a member of the Bilderberg group and a member of the Illuminati. That's probably one of the reasons why they picked Greece. The Greek people have got to revolt. The whole world is going to be saved by Greece. I hope they overthrow the government. And from there, we can get the Irish in Congress to rescind the deal that the PM just cut, and it has to be approved by Parliament. And if it's approved, they'll have a revolution in Ireland, too. They want to absolutely primitivize you so they can force world government down your throat. And this is what this is about. So you got to listen. And at least you understand what's going on because you're listening. People beyond the periphery of what you know aren't interested. They will be interested shortly because they don't know where their next meal is coming from, many of them. And they've lost their homes, their cars, their jobs. And it's going to get a heck of a lot worse. Much, much, much worse.
To other news now, anti-government demonstrations in Egypt have turned violent. Police have used tear gas and water cannons to disperse thousands of protesters in the capital, Cairo. Several people are said to have been injured. Now, protesters say it's a day of revolt against torture, poverty, corruption and unemployment. Some have gathered outside the Supreme Court and the Parliament building, calling for the resignation of President Hosni Mubarak.
Our message today consists of one word: leave. We are telling President Mubarak to leave. The Egyptian people no longer want this system.
Protests have also been held in other parts of the country, including in the Mediterranean city of Alexandria. The events have been inspired by the recent revolution in Tunisia. Egypt has many of the same social and political problems like rising food prices, high unemployment and official corruption. you.